All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody. We are here back playing some Duel Commander. We had a nice little hiatus yesterday, playing some last week playing some Legacy. Kitty, not right now. You can bug me after we finish the intro and we get started, maybe. Um, little break playing some Legacy. Duel Commander the first match didn't fire, and we switched over to Legacy. Had some fun. I played in the Legacy Showcase this past weekend. Actually, did very well. 7-2 finish for top 16. Unfortunately, didn't make top 8 on breakers, but it is what it is. Um, but also, Legacy looks like it's gonna kind of be in the toilet a little bit for the next month until we get out of the Tron purgatory that we're currently in. So maybe I'll hold off on more Legacy streams until July. The next BNR is on June 30th. But for now, Duel Commander, we're back with more Quintorius. New Unbans, none of which particularly excited me, so I just decided to fire off a Quintorius stream. I thought about Winota for a hot second. I think Winota's probably not very good. Our opponent is trying Emry, though. I think this definitely has the most potential out of the three Unbans. Hand seems incredibly cracked against Emry, though. We have Graveyard Hate and a bunch of removal spells. We don't even have to remove the Emry if we don't want to, as long as we have Ghost Vacuum in play. But they might have, like, Misstep or Force Negation or something. Or if we want to use our Ghost Vacuum proactively to synergize with Quint, we obviously want to kill the Emry so they can't just keep getting stuff back. They might have, like, a Pithing Needle or some such. Who knows? Alright, turn 1 Emry. Not bad. Be a lot better if I didn't have Ghost Vacuum. Is this an elephant type? This is not elephant typal, unfortunately. We don't have any elephants in our deck. Each your only artifact. I mean, obviously they can sack the bauble, but then plenty of reasons to just kind of ignore this Emry for a little bit. Like I almost want to on thin ice this just so we can maybe even just fourth for one on turn 3. But also, it'd be nice to save our on thin ice for something that matters. I don't know how many cards in their deck actually matter, though. I mean, they have, like, painter combos, assuredly. This will become a mana dork. They can just equip it and use it for mana in future turns. I think I am just going to kill this Emry and try to line up. I can't imagine an Emry deck has, like, a ton of creatures, so I think fourth for one on turn 3 is going to be really good. What is Aishna's thing? Knowing all her work was for nothing. Hey, I just think it's hilarious that Quintorius is like a real deck in Duel Commander now. No cracking bauble. Maybe they have other affinity cards. Maybe I should have played Flagstones because I might have wanted to Swift reconfig something here to land the fourth. Oh well. I'd say they're saving bauble for like Emry recast, but Emry recast just like isn't very good in the face of Quintorius. Like if I had other cards in my hand other than like specifically this fourth, I don't think I even kill the Emry there. I think I just like let it live. Ponder Shuffle. What we got? Punish me for my poor ability to play mana? No, they would never. Nice. Can I counter Conjurer's Bauble if I just like leave up Ghost Vacuum? I can, right? Oh no, they can just not. They can choose to not put a card in the bottom of their library. But if they do target a card, then I could counter it. I'm just not going to tap this. I don't think. Yeah. We are the monarch. This deck almost assuredly has like some number of haste element, like probably skateboard and some other like boots effects that are just like the cheap ones that work well with Emry anyway. But that also implies like a lot of mana input, and then they are attacking with their one creature, and then we can take the monarchy back and then kill their creature the following turn. Mill Patchwork Automaton, no other artifacts. Why this is not Cloud or Cloud Wash? No, Cloud's still really good. I've just been having fun with Quint. I'm probably gonna play Cloud like next week or something. My buddy played my Cloud deck at Cool Stuff Con and made top 8. And I didn't make top 8 because I'm washed. I think I'm just gonna pick away at their artifacts in graveyard. I don't really care about countering. Like this Controver's Bauble can't just, you know, cycle without needing to put a card on the bottom. I also can take in creatures, I guess, if I ever activate this Ghost Vacuum. I mean, I mean, it's probably not a bad idea. We even have a flagstones. There are worlds where this goes horribly wrong. If they have some sort of like Aether Spellbomb action or something. We're probably just supposed to play Quintorius this turn. If it seems really hard to lose if we play Quintorius and then Armageddon them. I almost played this Arena of Glory that would have come in tapped. So let's not do that. I think I'm going to discard this Fable. Swift Refix is not really good on the Emry, but it's good at protecting the Monarchy, which is important. We want lands because I think we're going to get in them. Alright, so now if they have answer to Night Token, we can also make a 3-2 to like block the Emry, and if they try to use the Emry to cast a spell, then we can use the Ghost Vacuum to counter the Emry activation. This matchup seems very good for Quintorius, not gonna lie. Just a million Graveyard Hate cards versus the card that doesn't really do anything in the face of Graveyard Hate. Notably, like a couple of the Artifact Hate cards are kind of not that good against Emry. In that, like, the Relics and the Scrabbling Clauses of the world can't, like, pick off specific cards. And like, Phyrexian Furnace and stuff. Ghost Vacuum's the cream of the crop here. Because you can just hit what they target every time. Timing restrictions still apply, yeah. So if they don't go for anything, because they use this for mana or something, we just make a 3-2. Tezzeret Cruel Captain. Sure. Oh, they can get a thing now, right? Because they can untap their Emry. Oh, or not. Pithing Needle, maybe? So I could easily have a Pithing Needle. I think I just let them, like, have a stupid bauble if they cast Needle and I just make a 3-2 instead. I want bodies in play for my Geddon and also to attack down the Tezzeret. That's why Sewer Chem Emry's cool. I imagine they have a Sewer Chem in this deck, huh? That'd be pretty good. Skateboard? Are they going to try to steal Monarchy from me? Do they know? I don't think they know. Yeah, attack. Just attack. What could go wrong? It's super safe. I have no creatures. Take the monarchy from me. And then with my lone 2/2, I have to decide whether or not I'm going to kill the Tezzeret or attack you and take the monarchy back. There's no other possible way that that turn can go down. Don't worry about it. Wait, what goes wrong? What tech does Quint have? Quint says whenever a card leaves my graveyard, I can make a 3/2. So I just goes vacuum my own thing, and then they attack into a 3/2 and it dies. It's like Ketchermos, but really fucked up. I mean, I think I just eat this, right? They played their land, they've activated their Tezzeret, they can't do anything here. I think I just take this. Yeah. Deal. I assumed this was pregnant Quint and it randomly had the commander text. I assume that they're dead. I haven't really mathed it, but okay, yeah, they're dead. We did it. Look at that. They did randomly add the commander text on it. Quintorius can be your commander. So what are we looking for in this matchup? I think Ghost Vacuum, by far and away, the most broken card that you could possibly have in this matchup. Yeah, I guess Hearst, yeah. Problems. I guess that does it. Asked and answered. This one is a chaser? Yeah, it's really easy to make a lot of jokes. Sand really hopes that my opponent doesn't have turn 1 Emry. I imagine turn 1 Emry's not super hard in this deck, but if it is, then we have to like Chain Lightning and then maybe play a tap land. We don't get the turn 2 Hearst down. But if they have turn 1 Emry, they probably don't have turn 2 Emry on top of it. Oh, nice. Okay, they just don't know either. From Embrag to Chaser, how the mighty have fallen. Alright, so how do I want to sequence this? If I just tap land go, they play turn 2 Emry, do I just play turn 2 Hearse? Is that fine? Probably. I don't really need to Seam Rip this or Chain Lightning the Emry. I think I'll just play my tap land. Guess this does break bad if they have like specifically Force of Negation or Daze or whatever. Mill no artifacts, nice. We take those. I'm gonna fetch basic planes here. I would not be surprised if they had blue Magus, Harbinger of the Tides. Makes me kind of want to fetch Basic Mountain, but then Basic Mountain makes this come in untapped. Basic Mountain is currently the only way to kill a Harbinger of the Tides, but we have plenty of white cards in our deck that are both in our hand and like are castable throughout the course of the game if we do get Harbingered this turn. So I think this is a fairly reasonable choice. Depending on how things are looking, I might just like a Johnny flip a Johnny next turn. Maybe we just kill the Emry for fun. No, maybe we kill that for fun instead. That card seems a little bit scarier than an Emry. Do I Flage here? I could Seam Rip it. Maybe Seam Rip plus a Johnny's better. Just get more bodies in play. Oh, they can regen here too, so yeah, Flaging is very bad. Am I worried about this regen coming up later on something with a bunch of red removal in my hand? Versus, like, I could try to make them use the Welding Jar right now, Chain Lightning the Ethereum Sculptor, and then Seam Rip it. I don't think I'm that pressed about it, though. Mental Misstep. Okay, fair enough. Chain Lightning this, Welding Jar it, Orms chant them, then Flage it? Is that good? Do I want to? I feel like I don't want to let them have this for a turn, which means that my only course of action is Chain Lightning Orms chant. Chant's probably not getting much better anyway. You can Welding Jar. It's kind of whatever. Yep. I just forget I have to target them with this one. No artifacts for you this turn. I don't really want to deal with that. I kind of just want to kill your cost reducer. They hit their land drop. Tag me for 2. Eat their yard. Kill them with Stormcrows. I don't think that one's going to work, opponent. I'm going to be so real with you. I don't think it's a super good long-term plan. You know, like counter this? Yeah, sure. Kind of just want to Solitude this Ethereum Sculptor. They have 3 cards in hand. I don't think it matters. I think I could just let this thing happen for 1 turn. If they, like, attack with both, I might Solitude, just blow them out in combat. Solitude, pick up Hearse, or Crew Hearse. Sets me up for casting Flage from my yard next turn, too, which seems pretty unbeatable. If that's the case, maybe I'm supposed to just Solitude the Sculptor. Just so they can't, like, do anything particularly scary this turn. I don't want to read this. Okay, so your creatures have, when they become tapped, you loot, and they get +1/+1. Yeah, sure. That's fine. I don't even care that much if they loot, I don't think. I think I'd rather just try to eat the Emry in combat or something. That's a 2/4? I can't flage that? Wait, why does this even matter? What are you doing? Isn't it just gonna become a blue artifact? That doesn't... Doesn't this not do anything? Sure. It's just an artifact now? Oh, it gets +1/+1, sure. Yeah, I guess I can't flage this, but I also don't know how much I care about flaging this. I think taking the time to get the Emry off the battlefield here is important, because if something happens to my Flage, we really want to cast Quintorius and have the ability to like use Hearse and not be threatened by the Emry's continued existence. Memory lapse, yeesh. Oh, geez, that makes it so I can't cast Flage the next turn either? That's brutal. Memory lapse kind of owned me. I could have done it pre-loot effects. Like, I could have cast it before the loots, but I wanted to encourage them to loot away a card like, the card I was thinking about was the counter spell, whatever the fuck that card is called. But I guess that didn't really matter if they... Because if I cast it before, they're still going to loot it away. But if they had it in their hand at the time, they would have discarded it, I think, because it would have been really bad. Jeez, giving me the Solitude is actually super brutal. I guess I think I loot away the Solitude. Would I rather have 2 cards or a Solitude? Probably just 2 cards. Yeah, sure. +1/+1. I'm gonna activate in response to the loots now. Because I don't want them to have, like, Tishana's Tidebinder. And obviously they know it's gonna happen, so they're not gonna, like, loot away a bounce effect or something. Okay, no attacks. I mean, if they didn't have something, then those attacks didn't seem great, but maybe they really needed the loot. Deal Quint 4, lose your Ethereum Sculptor. Okay. Maybe they're just trying to dig to the bounce spell. It's pretty good for them if they hit, like, an Odawara or something for the 3/2. Ouch. Tanglewire is a little rude. Guess it's really not that bad for me, though. Tap down 4 things. Just tap down all my lands. Seems fine. I could make a guy and then tap the guy down, leave a land open, and then play the currency converter, and then the currency converter makes a guy. But tapping her sorcerer speed means they can use the Emry, which I don't really want. So I think I'm kind of fine. Doing this. Doing this. No lands is unideal, but still okay. If no cards in hand. Oh, that's fun. I didn't even think think about that. That's how that worked. Although it didn't matter because they were hellbound, but that's kind of cool that they get to loot whenever they tap Emry to its ability or to the Tangle Wire. Am I even chump blocking this? I don't think so. Let quick go to 1. Don't really care. Yeah, it's fine. No! Yeah. Because it is kind of bad. What the hell am I doing? Tapping down 3 lands. Playing currency converter, hoping that we find a land at some point here. That's not a land. It's in fact not very good at all. So next turn we can just cast Flage, which seems pretty good at stabilizing me, I think. I don't think we're dead, right? Maybe we should have gambled for a land. I said, no, I want a currency converter in play because I want to tap Spirit Token and Converter, I think. Deal. What got unbanned? They unbanned Winota. No, not Winota. Yes? Yeah, Winota, Emry, and... Fuck, what even was the third card? I just genuinely don't even remember. It was, like, so nondescript. They unbanned some, like, pretty safe bets, I think. Emry is maybe the scariest, but... Alright, they have 2 cards in hand. I think we just slam jam this Flage. I think I just killed this Ballista. We have a 25% to just hit the anger if I gamble here. I think I am gambling. It's that whole DC coup thing still. What do you mean going on? Like the event kind of happened and then is no longer there. So I don't really know exactly what that implies. There's still a crazy guy out there that invented his own format that nobody plays. If that's what you're asking. All the cards in my hand suck ass, so I think I get 75% chance to cast Demonic Tutor here, and 25% chance to just actually beat their fucking face in. Oh, okay, deal. That's fine. Wow, good thing we drew that fucking Stokensen. We could have got owned. Holy shit. Alright, that's fine. Can the mono blue deck beat Resolved Flage? I think I'm also just gonna Armageddon them next turn. You got it, boss. You draw like an Aether Spell Bomb next turn after I blow up all your lands. Yeah, still not good enough. Oh, we are attempting to cast Mishra's Bauble. I guess it's free because they also get to loot here, so it's free to attempt. Well, I haven't been tracking this. Hers does just almost kill them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, wait, fuck. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, now they give up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I mean, I guess next turn is just get in, send at their face, and they chump block or whatever and die. Alright, that match didn't seem particularly close. It was a little on the... We're a little touch and go there. Because we missed a land for like 5 draw steps or something, but... It's also possible I was supposed to chump block the 2/4. Walking Ballista specifically was not really on my radar as a card that could beat the Quint there. I feel like if I chump block and then they play a Walking Ballista, I'm still not in a very good spot. $20.99, huh? Alright, this hand is okay against $20.99. I'm not going to call it good, but... It's got a instant speed answer for Horus and like kind of an instant speed answer for Horus, especially if you combine it with Chain to the Rocks at least. GG, sucked for me that a Q quote of your deck is graveyard removal. Yeah, that's as soon as I queued into it and my opening hand had Ghost Vacuum, I was like, oh, this is probably not a very good matchup for Emry, is it? I think this is pretty bad against 2099 though. It is kind of nice that it just eventually murders them, but I think we just kind of want to hit land drops and removal spells. But yeah, GG's. Foliage. I was like a little surprised to see that they didn't ban 2099 this past BNR, but it hasn't felt like egregiously oppressive, just kind of like I think a lot of people are just tired of playing against it a little bit. It feels kind of 2015 Splinter Twin in that it's not the best deck by an insurmountable margin. It's just like kind of annoying to like play against a deck that gets to hold up this like the threat of a combo at any given moment, and then they just get to play like efficient blue red stuff. while you're sitting there being like, all right, I need to try not to die to the combo every turn after turn 3. But like Twin and 2099 both fairly weak to instant speed. Maybe not fairly weak, but like instant speed removal being live against what is inherently like a blue-red control deck is a little bit more healthy than like the best deck being just immune to creature removal in the creature format or something like that. So it does encourage you to like build your deck differently. Like maybe if I'm trying to respect 2099 more, I should fill my deck with less portable holes and Chain to the Rocks and more like condemns and I don't know, fiery impulses or just cards that can kill 2099 at instant speed rather than all this sorcery speed bullshit that's gonna make me die to a combo. I'm sick of playing against it on Moto, to be honest. Yeah, I get that especially. I think because Moto really encourages the people that like don't play Duel Commander, especially, to just like play the best deck in the format. So it's like a little bit overrepresented. What's the combo 2099? There are like 3 or 4 different like haste cards you play with it. Wild Ride, uh, Reckless Charge, Detective's Phoenix, and Clout of the Dominus that are just basically just like it punches you in the face for like 15 or hits you for like 9 and gives you Heart Shroud, or I think it's like 12 and flying with Detective's Phoenix. It just like murders you out of nowhere. And taking fit 12 or 15 against a red deck is not dead, but pretty close to it. Take 15, you're like a bolt away. Anger coming in hot here. Powerful magic card, Anger. Loki might just cast it next turn. Maybe not. Maybe only turn 6. If we find another land drop. Honestly, I think I'm not sure because I like don't play a ton online at this point. I was like grinding a while for with Quintorius, but not as much since Cool Stuff Con. But I feel like I enjoy Uharis games more than I enjoyed playing against like a million Aragorn decks a year ago, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So we have double interaction held up, which is usually okay. As you get later and later into the game, if they just keep it in land drops, you kind of want triple interaction, but is what it is. All the Boros Garrison haters here to witness me have 2 land drops here in the control mirror. I think I'm picking up this Elegant Parlor just so I can get a Scry next turn. Like we have Bolt plus Orm's Chant. If they have combo plus counter or whatever, then we die and that's life. We don't even technically die. We go to like 4, which again, pretty much dead. Yeah, I think I'm just picking up Elegant Parlor, trying to find more land drops, more stuff to cast, or more stuff to interact. Uh-oh. That's scary because it means that Uharis is now immune to Lightning Bolt. That's pretty bad for me. Okay, that's decent for me because it is blockers for Uharis. So now we have Orm's Chant plus Sokensen up. Do I need to make an unban command if people are curious about what got unbanned? We don't want to see him rip. Unbans were Winota, Emry, and... Did anyone say what the third card was? I, forgot what it was. I don't know if anyone actually mentioned it. There's a third... What was the third card that got unbanned, actually? Najeela, yeah, that's a... Yeah. I can't say I feel the most comfortable now that they've played Opal Palace, and now I only have one interaction point. It's possible I'm supposed to just be trying to resolve Quintorius in this stage. I guess 2 interaction points. We have Soken's on Chump Block if they don't have and they can't have specifically Detective's Phoenix right now because they have nothing in their graveyard. So I guess the Sokenzun is the second interaction point, which makes me feel a little bit safe at least. Is Winota competitive with Quinn in the red-white space? I don't think so. Time has gone. A lot of time has gone by since it's been 5 years since Winota was legal, and Winota doesn't really spark joy with me internally as a playable card. Oh, huge! Castle Ardenvale actually massive. Castle Ardenvale blocks Uharis all day. Winota being relevant in Pioneer 5 years ago, yeah. So when she was terrorizing Duel Commander. Main phase, removed a discard? Main phase bolt me? Deal. You could have just bolted the token, right? I'm never not making this token. I should have done this in opposite order so I don't get, snapcastered, but whatever. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I'm casting this Agatha's. It doesn't do anything anyway. I think I am attacking. I have 3 1/1s on defense. I need to end this game. Winota's aggro hate bears anyway might be good, but 4 is a lot. Yeah, 4 is a lot for what is just red white aggressive creatures, decent quality human hate bears. And you mathematically you don't have that much room for removal that isn't on creatures either in a format that really encourages you to kill things right now, 2099. How much room do you have for lightning bolts and Swords of Plowshares and stuff when you have to consistently have a number of creatures and non-creatures? I'm gonna lightning bolt this. My lightning bolt's dead anyway. Why are they dealing 1 damage to their own fury? Sure, whatever. Yeah, but the Opal Palace turns off my lightning bolt as an answer to Uharis, so I'm just gonna kill this fury. Oh, I forgot to eat the fury. Oops. Detective's Phoenix is collect evidence 6, right? I don't need to be worried about my opponent Detective's Phoenixing me here. Yeah, it's 6. Well, now I need to be worried about it because they just cast Brainstorm, but I can obviously just eat the Fury in response to a 2099 cast here. Oh. Is this bait? Are they baiting me? All because I didn't fucking activate. I feel like this is bait, right? I feel like if I eat this, I'm gonna get, like, Uharis, I'm gonna get Uharis Detective Phoenix counter Orum's Chant. I'm just gonna fucking die. I think I just let them have this. This brainstorm's not even, like, that good. I would eat this if I just fucking ate the Fury, but it is what it is. Kind of annoying, but sure. At some point, I may be supposed to have just cashed in my Sokenzen. I don't actually know. Alright, let's not be stupid. Let's actually eat this stupid Fury this time. So we have enough mana to activate Castle Ardenvale and play Soul Cauldron, and oh no, we're one off. We need one more land to cast Agatha's. I'll probably cast that, huh? Will I? Feels like they have 7 cards in hand. It's just gonna get countered. I'm gonna continue my say go every turn plan. If I was moving to discard, I guess I would probably cast it, but I do want to get this Agathos in play sooner rather than later to make sure that I don't get Detective's Phoenix here, because that's one of my weakest points right now. I have so many other things locked down that I really don't want to get Detective's Phoenix out of the game. That's a nice one to have. Yeah, it's fine. I don't even want to reprieve this. I just wanted to get a card out of my hand. So I didn't move to discard. Maybe I was supposed to move to discard, actually, just discard the Anger. Low-key. Moto really chose an odd layout for my permanents. Yeah, the fact that it like keeps like shrinking and then... Oh dear, that's pretty fucking scary. I can't reprieve that either, and then you just re-kick it. Oh well. Reprieve does make me feel a tiny bit more comfortable, at least. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can like Orum's Chant, Reprieve Orum's Chant, Orum's Chant. Then I can't Sokenzen, though. I can Orum's Chant plus Reprieve plus Exile Sokenzen. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked all. I should have like left up 1 human token if I was going to cast a spell this turn, I think. Why are you making Opal Palace mana? What? Oh. Yeah, it's fine. It's just filtering. Ooh, Quarry Mountain Monastery is a little scary. 8 cards in hand. I think they're picking their spot to try to kill me here. My guess is that Auram's Chant Reprieve, so Kenzin will be enough, but I mean, maybe not. If they've sculpted for a while. I definitely should have left one guy back, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 mana. At what point do I want to kick Auram's Chant? After the Haste Enabler, maybe? Wait, no, they have 6 cards in graveyard. I don't want to get Detective's Phoenix here. 6 CMC in the graveyard. Let's not get Phoenixed. This is 6 damage. They have 8 cards in hand. They did cast it with Arena Glory. Does it not say that it has haste? It has haste, right? Six cards in hand. I think the Sokensen gives me better odds. Yeah, I really fucked this one up, though. I would have been able to, like, reprieve Auram's Chant. And, like, still have a blocker here. They also did an Opal Palace. Yeah, Tishana's toe. Am I going to 1 here if they Wild Ride? No, I'm dead because I have to fetch. Fuck. I punted this game, man. I had this game. These control matches are so hard for me to navigate. I'm just like the turn where I like just spent 2 mana to cast an Ajani or whatever. I should have just done something slightly differently, and we could have, like, I think pretty safely won this game. Instead, we just die here. Damn. Oh well, live and we learn. Yeah, so now if I fetch reprieve this, I guess we could draw like Solitude, but also they have 5 cards in hand, so we're definitely dead. I wonder if I was supposed to just. I think once I realized that I should have not attacked with all my creatures, I think I was supposed to just also cast Auram's Chant for 1 mana on their upkeep. That gives me more mana, yeah. Because then I could reprieve it and cast it again, and then, I mean, yeah, I just like fucked that one up real bad though. Damn. Oh well. Sand, I guess it's not that good. We have like 3 really shitty sorceries. I think we'll just eat pretty safely mulligan. I saw the Pyrokinesis. I really like that one in the matchup. Tapland, Saga. I think on 6 I'm keeping this rather than going to 5. It's kind of miserable, but Splice is really good in the matchup. If we hit third land drop, we're in an okay spot, I think. Well, time for praying. I think we miss. I just concede and go next. Well, it's a land, technically. Not a land that... -1 construct, but... is what it is. I think we're still pretty fucked, the fact that our Saga's blowing up here. I don't even know if we want to make a 2-2 and tap out on the Uhara's turn. I mean, they're the time they're least likely to have it is, like, you know, specifically turn 4. So maybe, I mean, I think we might just be in a bad enough spot that we kind of just need to go for it. Although, it might also just be better to float mana and loot to try to hit more land drops. Go get currency converter. Yeah, honestly. All right. We are surely in this. Maybe our opponent doesn't have a third land or a fourth land either. I think I know they have a fourth land, right? Yeah. If we hit a land exactly here without having to loot, maybe a chance we can crawl back into it. Move to discard, deal. Well, fuck me. 7 cards in hand. Yeah, fuck it, we're looting again. Alright, we are holding up nothing, but our opponent does not know that. And they might not have the combo yet. Nice. Still alive. Can we hit a land? Without having to activate the stupid fucking currency converter? I'd like to make some 2/2s or something, but we just, like, desperately need to hit these fucking land drops. Yeah. We have, like, 42 lands in this deck. It's fine. Everything's fine. That seems pretty beatable. Surely they don't have it in their 10-card hand. They're just gonna pass. Surely they're just gonna fetch and then pass. Damn. Maybe they have no counter spells, huh? Well, they didn't have a counter spell. Damn. Well, we fumbled that game one pretty bad, but it is what it is. I'm still not super good at those control mirrors. I was talking about this with a friend earlier about how Quintorius has taught me a lot about how control mirrors work, and they're still really rough. And 2099 specifically is super punishing if you like missed up very slightly. Quite literally, I think we're completely fine there if we don't move to discard. I think we just discard Fury over casting a Johnny. Or not Fury, discard Anger over casting a Johnny. B, we don't attack with we leave one token back. C, we just Orm's Chant in their upkeep. We're like all things that I fucked up on that one turn cycle. But that's like the, Splinter Twin situation that they put you in. Here. Man, Gork, your question has been answered. You want to, like, not be a nuisance right here in my lap? You can, like, crawl up on my shoulder like you usually do. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yep, and just stab me with your claws on your way up. Thanks. Much appreciated. But yeah, wow, I fumbled that game one so bad. And then game two, obviously, was just like a weak mull to 6, but mulling to 5 is not really where you want to be against the best deck in the format. It's possible I should have just mulled that to 5. I actually won one of my matches at Cool Stuff Con was a mull to 5 against Airtie that I managed to win. It's pretty sweet. But I think that hand was good enough that, like, if we get lucky, and not even like that lucky, but if we find a different land to play by turn 3, and we like make some constructs, trade with some removal spells, or like have bodies in play to like protect insulate ourselves a little bit, and then we tutor up the currency converter to start hitting our land drops. But the fact that we had to like sorcery speed currency converter every single turn of that game because we were just never hitting a single land drop, and we had some like a number of different interaction points up to knock it comboed, but we were just like whiffing on land drops so badly there. And like if we didn't whiff on a land drop for one turn, we could spend that turn maybe making a 2/2 instead of like looting or holding up the ability to make the 2/2 to put in front of a Spider-Man. It just like did not work out at all. Not anywhere I haven't been before, though. And like I was saying, like we drew a bunch of like the really shitty cards that aren't very good against 2099, right? We drew a lot of Portable Hole, Onthanice, Seam Rip, garbage. And I'm sure there's a lot of tweaks we could make to try to make the deck a little bit better against 2099, given like it's how much it's in the format, and maybe there are like Portable Hole and Seam Rip, especially the ones that like Onthanize is really nice because it's universal removal spell, but the fact that Portable Hole and Seam Rip can basically hit any 1 to 2 mana creature, maybe we're supposed to be playing more things that are instant speed that can kill a 2099 or something. Condemn's kind of like shitty against mana dorks, but I'm sure there's some variation of bolts that we could be playing. Is there Fiery Impulse, maybe? How many other ways can you deal 3 damage at 1 mana? Not that many ways, right? That's why everyone plays Galvanic Discharge. Because it's one of the only ways to like deal 3 damage to creatures at instant speed for 1 mana. I'm gonna take a little exploratory trip through Scryfall while we're waiting for match. See how we can upgrade like potential other removal spells if you were inclined to make your deck make your deck better against 2099. Commander, red, white, mana value 1. Does this work? Deal 3 damage instant. It's gonna give me a lot of. Wait, why is this? What part of this card says deal? Am I insane? Is this Oracle texted? Dealt. Damn. It is Oracle texted. Yeah, I don't think we're here. This is just like condemned territory. Fiery Impulse is the big one, probably. Yeah, Frostbite ain't it, huh? Alright, maybe there aren't that many ways to actually. I don't think Torch the Towers at all as well. You do have a decent number of artifacts or tokens that you could bargain in a pinch, and then like you just are okay with shock versus like mana dork decks and like the white decks and stuff. Play like Rending Volley maybe, right? This card seems unplayable. Yeah, Rending Volley honestly probably has a lot of good hits, huh? In this format. Circle of Red. Protection from red them or whatever. Cop red. Hello, streamer. To chat buggy about Winota, or do you have to do it? We've been like mildly discussing it, but define bug, I guess. Running Volley low key might be kind of good in Quintorius. Actually, it's one of those like you're allowed to play it and just loot it away when it's bad, and then like it's obscenely good against 2099 because it's really hard for them to interact with. So it's like almost guaranteed to kill the 2099. And then you just loot it away versus the green decks, and you just like can fire it off against the white decks anyway. It might be a little bit too narrow though, given that like there aren't a lot of blue creature decks. It's good if Winota's good. When the Unban on an MTGO, but Unban's already live. We played against Emry round 1. I think if I'm cop redding them, I'm just playing Mazavith or Core Haven in my deck instead. These both work, right? Yeah. They're both weak to Cloud of the Dominus because they have to target an attacking creature. I guess like in that regard, adding a condemn is also weak against Cloud of the Dominus, but that's like the 1 in 99 when there are like 3 other haste enablers. They're also generally better. The Cloud of the Dominus deals the least damage, right? Cloud just deals you 9. No, 10, 12? Because it gives it +2/+2. Okay, never mind. Cloud's like pretty fucked up. +2/+2 haste shroud. Kind of an unreasonable card. I think I'll piece together Winota or Najeela. Still don't know which one. I might try Winota at some point. I thought about it for a little bit, and I pulled up like old Winota lists. I just like really wasn't inspired. It is kind of my shit in that it's like you probably just like play really efficient red white hate bears because a lot of them are humans, and then like a lot of quality creatures are going to be non-humans as well. But I don't. It feels like in a world with 2099 especially, you Winota is not really that enthralling. Actually, does good money to play a deck and go 5. That is 05 on cam. That is true. Yeah, if people want to see me fucking play one of these decks, I will absolutely do it for money. Um, but of my own volition, Winota doesn't really strike me as a very inspired like deck right now. Both, I don't think I finished my thought. Both in that Winota requires you to play a lot of creatures in your deck to make sure that you have the consistency of triggering Winota and also hitting humans off the Winota trigger, meaning that you don't get to play a lot of instant speed removal spells for the 2099 matchup. So I think you're just going to get combo kills a lot if you're even resolving them in a Winota versus the blue deck in the first place. And then also because Spider-Man 2099 encourages people to play a bunch of instant speed removal, it's also much harder for you to resolve and get your Winota to a combat step in this current format. And removal's been like really good lately. Although instant speed removal is pretty bad at killing a 4/4, generally speaking. Outside of like Swords to Plowshares and Solitude, like how am I killing a Winota if they play one? Unholy Heat. Ghost Fire Slays. All right, that one's actually really good. Pyrokinesis. March is pretty expensive to kill in a Winota. You can also sometimes just like let the Winota attack you and then, Wrath the board afterwards. Parallax Wave. And all the small ball removal might not kill a Winota, but it might kill the thing that they were going to try to trigger the Winota with, and then you untap and you kill the Winota. The issue is that Winota costs 1,000,000 mana and eats to lose focus. And the voice of victory creatures are humans. Well, not all of them. You get to play Spider-Punk and Hexing Sculpture too, right? Spider-Punk's especially sick because it has haste too. It has haste if you want it to. So if you get your Winota down already, then you can just play the Spider-Punk later with haste and get your extra Winota trigger. We were fighting the first two rounds so well, and then nothing. It is what it is. Maybe Najeela could be better. I mean, it's hard to compare the decks, right? They're just like the Najeela deck probably has more likelihood to be a reasonable deck because it probably just ends up. I don't know what the Najeela decks used to look like, but I imagine that you would just build it like how you built Ezio. It's just like 5-color good stuff, but like creature good stuff. Yeah, 5-color slop, my least favorite archetype in any format ever. It's just like the best removal spells and the best creatures. Then you just have a okay commander that just like has some okay, synergies and like kills your opponent. And then it also has a 5 mana activated ability that basically says if you have some creatures in play, you win the game. It's Ezio with like 3 mana, and 3 mana is a lot more than 2 mana, which makes the unban feel a lot more reasonable than Ezio. But it has involuntary synergy with a decent amount of good cards. How many playable warriors are there that you'd want to put in that deck? Voice of Victory? Alright, one. Like, I don't even think you're like a seasoned Dungeoneer deck. Sounds like we need an unbanned non-basic. I'm not saying like the 5C decks are like too good. I just hate them on principle. They're just really, really boring to me. Ezio is too good, but like people are casting Scion of the Earth Spider or whatever the fuck it's called in Spider-Man world, or Heroes in a Half Shell, or Hey Bye, High Bay, whatever, the panda, 5-color panda from Avatar, the Shrine one. People are casting those cards and they're like, oh, they're playable. They're not like great. They're just they're so dull and deck build. At least the panda gets to like play some cool shrines or whatever, but they're just like so boring. It's just there's no interesting deck building decisions to be made. I'm interested to see where Emry is. Emry is a card that does seem like it could be scary, but also the format's in a much better place in terms of the quality of removal, the quality of graveyard hate, the playability in general of graveyard hate. Well, but Quintorius specifically, we played against it round one. We absolutely just slaughtered it, but that's because Quintorius is a deck that gets to like just main deck a million graveyard hate cards. Game one, we just played Ghost Vacuum. Game two, we played Unlicensed Hers, and just that their Emry was just it's a 1-2 for 1. Panda cool. Panda's not even like that cool. Panda gets like a 0.5 tick upward on the scale for playing some like cool shrines, but it's not. It's still pretty low. You see like 95 cards in that deck, and it's 5-color slop. And you start playing Slay the Spire 2 rounds or something, and we were going so well for 2 rounds. I mean, they're a game. I hated Mana Matrix is not for me. I'm really fucking shit at that game. What are the other games that people play? What are the other games that people play between challenges? We tried Mana Matrix once, and I'm garbage. Why did I? Oh, it's my Scryfall tab. Boot up Mugenics between rounds. Not playing Slay the Spire 2. I'm playing Slay the Spire 1. That's not true. I don't even have it on Steam. I think I played Slay the Spire on my Switch. What? 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 Do you want to Slay the Spire? Stop it. Stop it. Play Gaia Souls, play Slay the Spire. I couldn't tell you which one I want to do less. No, I could. I'd rather probably play Slay the Spire. There's nothing super stopping me from playing Slay the Spire 2, except I have some friends that I like game with every week. Kitty, you're just. How do you get a foot stuck down my shirt? What is going on with you? What's wrong with you? Go away. I have some friends that I game with. We play like different multiplayer games, and they were also not super interested in playing the beta. So, like, if I were just like doing it by myself, I was like, maybe I'd play the beta. But between the fact that I probably just will play Slay the Spire 2 with them down the road, and then also my experience playing the Hades 2 beta, killing my enthusiasm for playing the game on actual release, I'm just like, I can just wait. I wasn't even like that big a Slay the Spire 1 fan. I got on the train a little bit late, and I just like didn't get super deep in it. It was fun, but like I never like got super deep into the game. D&T Discord Slay the Spire runs are a blast. You think I want to hang out with you schmucks? I'm just kidding. You guys are cool. Opponent, come back. Where are you? We didn't even win the die roll, so we can't even like look at our opponent's deck or our opening hand. We're just stuck in the void even after we queued for our match. Or the Duel Commander unbans. Winota, Emry, and Najeela were all unbanned. Well, this hand is dog shit. This hand is also dog shit, but I might keep it against Amalia. I think keeping this goes better for me than mulling to 5 against Amalia. Hopefully we can surveil into like Oust or something would be really good. I think I'm gonna bottom Mistveil Plains. I could play tapped Misspell Planes on turn 1, but I really want to surveil into, like, interaction here. Maybe they'll just, like, Thought Seize me instead of casting Amalia, and we can redirect it. I don't even know how good that would be. Does dog react when we call things dog shit? No, not even a little bit. She doesn't understand words. I've beaten Amalia after they drew like 6 cards off of her before. Not really sure if that's because Quint is really good or Amalia's kind of bad. Kind of both. But if there's a hand that's going to lose to Amalia, it's definitely this one. Like Surveil into like Wrath of God or something. Or into Oust. Source of Plowshares. Fury, Pyrokinesis. That's probably good enough, huh? Turn 2, Felwar Stone, Scrabbling Claws, turn 3, Quint, and then we, like... I mean, problem is this thing's gonna get so big it's gonna be able to pressure Quint down, but I think it's better than just casting a naked Quint on turn 3. This thing's definitely going to be hitting me for like 5 or 6. I mean, maybe like just chump block it with Scrabbling Claws while Quintorius digs for a Wrath. Ugh. I don't know what that card does. Please mill it. I don't want to read it. Damn it. Oh, this thing's going to get huge. Wait, they declined to use Auroch Champion's ability. Deal. We take those. I think I'm discarding this Redirect Lightning. I don't think it's doing shit. I'm going to be so for real. I think maybe we actually discard this Oliphant. Alright, we might just be able to flood the board with a bunch of annoying bullshit. With next turn we can go like on Wings of Gold plus Ghost Vacuum or something. They might also just have like Source of Plowshares, kill my 3/2, kill my Quint, and then we're not in the best spot. But then again, we do still have the on Wings Gold stuff. This thing's gonna start exploring 3 times in a row. That's just another Soul Sister, sure. They get to mill 3 more times or whatever. And then we'll draw Wrath of God, and I think we'll actually just be okay. We take like 6, but 5, but so another whole hand. Oh no, I don't. Stacking me, huh? I guess it didn't matter. Those cards were already in play, but I didn't think about that even a little bit. Sure. They're gonna do a lot of exploring. It's probably just gamble for Wrath of God here, right? They get to like surveil a bunch and like gain a bunch of life and explore a bunch, and they have a million lands in hand, but just casting Wrath of God on this board seems very, very good. Oh, On Wings Gold is like the second best card, but it is what it is. Sweep all this bullshit away. They get to like surveil and explore and then we're untapping with like 3 Quint activators and a Lightning Bolt for Amalia, which is probably fine. I guess I can just F6, so I'm not doing anything else this turn. I didn't even know there were this many Soul Sisters. I knew there were a lot, but I had not seen Hinterland Sanctifier or Zora Spider Fancier before. Yeah, keep the Dothy Voidwalker. Okay, fine. What does this one even do? Whenever you attack this turn, you make 2 1/1s. Sure. Yeah, alright, that was a pretty good turn for me. They have 8 cards in hand, but 7 of them are just lands. I think the Quint is just going to take over the game. Especially if they can't get Amalia to a 4/4 and we just like get to bolt it. They get another land. Tapped Godless Shrine, you got it. Discard 2 lands. Bleachbone Verge and Gemstone Caverns, sure. I should have maybe plussed first. I think I'm just going to discard this land. All the rest of my cards are great. Yeah. I didn't tap the best, huh? Alright, so they are at 32. I also think they might be dead next turn. I can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures. Then I have 6. That's 36? Yeah, okay. Pretty good. They have 3 unknowns and 5 lands in hand. Oh, we can even make 7 if they play a creature, which presumably they will. Shattered Sanctum in. They've gained 1 life. This creature is not yet prepared. I should probably kill one of these. Probably the Blood Artist is scarier. I am at 6. Obviously, they can sign in Blood Me and make me lose 2 life, but I don't think that's gonna do it. Do I still have lethal, though? This thing has flying. So that's like represents 3 damage if I can't straight up kill them. No, because they have to chump block if I don't, even if I don't straight up kill them. I think I can straight up kill them because I think I have 7 with this Magmatic Sinkhole. So I think I do actually still have lethal. Not 100% on that. Also, we're like drawing 3 cards or something, so maybe find another removal spell for the other thing. Yeah, I'm gonna let this thing get prepared. Sure. Dog is not, has not been rejected. How do I reject this? She's allowed, she's completely allowed in. Reject. There we go. She's literally in the room right now. I didn't actually math it, but I think I have like almost exactly enough cards. Nice 33 life. How about we make 6 3/2s in your end step and then kill you? That's generally how my Amalia experience has gone. Is that sometimes they just like draw 6 cards, and then they still just die to like a single wrath. Talk trash about Luminarch Aspirant. Do you want specifically Luminarch Aspirant? I've been thinking about that one needs updating because I talked trash about a lot of other cards lately. Guide of Souls is pretty high on my shit list. I'm sure there are a lot of like Duel Commander cards that I think are wildly overrated. But I will also talk shit about Luminarch Aspirant because that card fucking sucks ass. Not even playable in Duel Commander, the format that like cards, the format where like a lot of like very narrow kind of moderately playable cards are, and Luminarch Aspirant doesn't show up here. My top 5 shit list. Okay, now I need to drill down a little bit more. This isn't just cards I hate, right? This is like cards that I think are like actively bad or overrated. Because I'll shit talk cards that are like really good just because I fucking hate them, like Thassa's Oracle or Oko. But like, cards that I genuinely think are like overplayed or like were hyped up that were really bad by certain content creators that maybe shall not be named here. That would be a Luminarch Aspirant or a Guide of Souls. I think is a card that I think is appropriate, is a good power level, but is just like overplayed, and especially in Duel Commander. And I think it's just like a lot like people have like called it like the White Delver of Secrets, and I think it's very much not that. All right, this hand kind of sucks. I would definitely keep a hand with like 2 lands and a Faith and a Day of Judgment, or like a way to cast Faithless Looting and a Day of Judgment, but not keeping a 1-lander. Alright, this hand's great. We can Mana Tie the Anomalia, we can Portable Hold. This hand's just insane. Bottom Arena of Glory. The one question is, am I going to cast a removal spell on a turn 1 thing? Or am I... Okay, well, that answers that. I'm just going to play Plains here. Like, no shot my opponent would cast a 2-drop after land go, especially. So I don't really want to play a fetch that I would rather grab a Mistveil Plains or a Elegant Parlor with. This is just like Amalia, right? Every time. Or some other, like, 2-drop that's of okay quality. Yeah, I get whatever. It's good enough quality for me. I guess this does mean that I can't fetch Elegant Parlor and cast Galvanic Discharge, but it probably doesn't really matter. Because I'm probably just going to cast Portable Hole and have Galvanic Discharge next turn, and then fetch Mistveil Plains. But other cards that are on my like overrated, overplayed sort of shit list. Wow, that's just a real Magic card that's in your deck, huh? That's a little harsh. I should I should rein that in a little bit, but like I don't think that card's like I don't know if that card is Duel Commander material. That card is not material for this matchup, that's for sure. Like, do I even care? Do I care enough to? I almost want a Portable Hole one of these, just like protect my Quintorius a little bit, and I'm almost certainly slamming Quintorius turn 4 here, which means that I'm probably just going to Galvanic Discharge whatever creature they play next turn. But then I would like a Portable Hole as insurance, and I don't think the Spirit Tokens are super threatening. I'm just going to hold on to the Portable Hole, I think. That card got banned in Block Constructed. True, they made Deathrite Shaman a 2-1 for this card or something. I forget the exact story behind that. Or a 1-2, sorry, not 2-1. Esper Sentinel? Yeah, it's fine. If this is Esper Sentinel into Amalia, Zulport Cutthroat. Yeah. I think this is just going to be play Fury plus Fury, and just... Or not Fury. Why don't I say Fury? Anger is the card even in my hand. But yeah, play Quint plus Quint discard Anger. Seems fine on this board state. The Portable Hole will also let me get the Mistveil Plains online next turn. Assuming that Quint is still in play. I hate Urborg. Fuck Urborg. Top 5. Speaking of cards that are on my shit list. Urborg and Yafamaya for Moto play specifically. Fuck those cards. My god. Oh. That's pretty good. Let's see if they play another 1 toughness creature. Maybe they'll play like Soul Sister into Amalia this turn. Man, how sick would that be? I guess that's not really what I meant when I said play a 1 toughness creature, huh? Yeah, good enough. Other cards on my shit list, though. There are a lot of cards I judge people for, like, playing in Legacy. Dothy's fine. We portable hold the Dothy. And, oh, Jesus Christ. We just have everything, huh? Am I even discarding anything? I guess maybe we discard the Hearse. Activating Mistville Planes costs us much mana. Gimme. Yeah, that's fine. I genuinely maybe I just do discard this Hearse just so I can keep getting some Quint value. Like, I want my removal spells. Grabbing Claws is just 1 mana Hearse. We want to keep hitting land drops. Alright, life's great. Chain to the Rocks is Carrion Feeder. Maybe I'm supposed to save the Chain of the Rocks for the Amalia, because Swift Reconfig isn't great on the Amalia, but I'm just casting my spells. This sequence works out very well for me in terms of mana efficiency. We should make 2/3/2s here. Yeah, sure, whatever. Shuffle the Pyrokinesis back into my deck, I guess. Days in decks that days shouldn't be in on my shit. I don't know if that actually puts days on my shit list, but like I should talk a lot about like people that are playing days in decks that days should not be in. Like when I get dazed and okay, and they're just dead. Average Amalia versus Quintorius experience. You cast like 1 singular wrath and they immediately die. They like days in like the like Teferi, Uro like deck or whatever decks that are like just casting a bunch of 3 mana spells and like they're never actually able to convert this days profitably or like pressure you into casting spells into days, and it's just kind of a bad gotcha card. Instant next match. Ooh, alright, maybe it's the chance to redeem myself in the 2099 matchup. This hand is dog water. This hand is fine, not great. Bottom chain to the rocks, I feel. The OG bad gotcha card, Stifle. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's even worse than Daze, because, like, just no deck should be playing Stifle, whereas there are good Daze decks. They're just, like, no good Stifle decks. Stifle just has an insane track record for, like, people thinking that it's good for, like, 2 weeks, and then, like, getting people, and then people realizing that it's actually unplayable, and then it goes away forever again. That card's crazy. Oh no, the jig is up. I hate it when they cast Cataxian Probe and they just know exactly what I have going on. I feel so naked. What? Are there any other cards that are like that? I had one that was on the tip of my tongue. No, what was the really bad post-top ban? Throwing shit at Gift Probe. Fuck, like I can't talk trash about these cards the same way. This is like Thassa's Oracle Oko levels of cards, or it's just like, yes, this card is bullshit. I don't want to play against it, but like it's like one of the best cards ever printed. Boros Garrison, the Sun Eruption. Yeah, that's called a combo. Play my land, buy back a spell. Broken synergy. I think I'm just gonna play this for X Infernus. Gives them the information that I drew a mountain, but I don't really give a shit. You know, mental misstep, spell pierce, force spike, my frick. They're just fetching, sure. Getting this furnace down earlier rather than later also helps against insulate me against Phoenix down the road. I guess fucking Mandibular Kite, that's really high on my shit list. That was like my white whale for a little bit when people were just playing Mandibular Kite and Cloud for no fucking reason. That card was just god awful. Hey, my opponent also has a Sundering Eruption. Look at that. Shock Sundering Eruption go? Or like what are you respecting that I'm gonna cast next turn? Are you gonna counter my Felwar Stone? I think I'm just gonna play a tapped Boros Garrison here. Really unfortunate that I don't have double white. This red, red, white, red, red mana rock, red spirit guide mana base. I can't kick Orbs Chant, I can't cast Day of Judgment. Everything's bad. That also leads me to believe that. Am I just supposed to cycle Phyrexian Furnace this turn, actually? Maybe. We kind of need to hit. They know exactly what's up. I'm kind of in for cycling this. And then playing Boros Garrison. Oh, that's huge. That's actually a really big pickup. How long until the Phoenix Right Universes Beyond drops? That'd be a really funny secret layer. Like it's a bunch of Phoenixes, but it's Phoenix Right, Ace Attorney. Detectives Phoenix? Come on, it's right there! Detectives Phoenix is like, it's literally Phoenix. So a little bit of an awkward thing here is that I also can't cast this Felwar Stone and continue to hold up Orm's Chant for however much or little that matters. I think I'm just going to play Tap Sundering Eruption, though. If they, like, go for the full combo, we can Orm's Chant Solitude. Are we playing D&T today? Does it look like it? Based on the cards in my hand? Well, there's a Solitude. Based on my stream title? I feel like they're going to go for the combo here. We might be able to get him. What's the best get him sequence? Chant in response to the haste thing, and then they counter the chant, and then we Solitude, I guess? Which is not even like a get him. I think that's like a 3 for 3. But then we resolve Quint, which is pretty big. We did cycle away our Phyrexian Furnace, but that was like to find more stuff, to have insurance to not die, which we did find the Solitude. If they turn for you, they just wanted it more. What, you think casting Felwar Stone's the play there? I don't know. Maybe. Like, we do still have Solitude up, and they need, like, 1 mana protection plus, like, the Haste Enabler. Which isn't the most likely. Now, I guess we're supposed to chant in response to the Oharis? If they want to try to go for it. Right? Because if we chant in response to the Haste Enabler, that doesn't do anything. They would just never counter that, because I'm not kicking the chant. What unbans do we have? They unban Winota, Emry, and I keep forgetting. Najeela. We even played against Emry last round. Well, they're definitely going for it. The flashback, they can't even, like, use the flashback. I mean, I guess maybe they're just getting value for the future by putting the Detectives Phoenix in the yard and shit. I kind of want to just give them the Reckless Charge, though. Because if I give them the flashback, they might just not go for it next turn, and I really kind of want them to go for it. But if I give them the reckless charge, they're not stupid. They're not gonna just go for it, and the reckless charge is more annoying down the line than the flashback is. That might not actually be true. I'll give them reckless charge. Maybe I'm even supposed to just give them Phoenix. Only Unbans, no bans? Nope. No bans. Just go for it. Just go for it, opponent. What could I possibly do to prevent you from killing me when I just handed you the thing that kills me? Wait, no land drop? And you just intuition for like 3 combo cards? That seems like a little bit greedy, but okay. We take those, I guess. Kitty, can you not? Stop rubbing your face against the monitor. You're turning it. Stop it. She's behind my monitors right now, like rubbing her face against them. Cut it out. You want to counter this? It wouldn't be great. I wouldn't be, like, delighted to see that. But I also wouldn't be, like, that mad. Anyway, I hope that was enough shit-talking cards. Giraffe, MPW. I think we got to 5, right? We got to 5. Luminar Grasp, Rank, Guide of Souls, Daze Stifle, Mandibular Kite. That's definitely 5. Not to mention all the other freebies that we listed off. Although, I guess maybe shit-talking Daze, I guess, toes the line between shit-talking good card and shit-talking bad card. Because Daze is not a good card when you put it in decks that shouldn't be playing Daze. This giving counter is fine. We eat your for Fable if they don't count it and use Guide to pay for it. E2. I didn't even think about eat your for Fable. It's kind of nice. It is a little bit awkward. The Boros Garrison are our only source of white mana. Yeah, absolutely deal. We take this any day of the week. I was probably just gonna eat your for like Urza's Saga. Oh fuck! Now I actually have to make this decision. Is Urza's Saga even that good? It still only puts us at 1 white mana, but it's like pretty good. I don't know how I feel about getting Fable when they just have like 7 cards in hand. They just almost assuredly just have another counter spell, right? Maybe they'll just counter the E-Tutor. Wouldn't that be nice? They just countered my spell that I don't care about. Damn. I'm gonna get Saga. Alright, real talk. I think we're casting. No, we're not casting Anger. I thought I had 1 more mana. Never mind. We could cast Anger off the Spirit Guide. It'd be kind of nice to have a blocker a little bit. But Saga also nice because it means that we can go answer this Detective's Phoenix in a few turns if they don't go for it. They probably will in the next 2 turns, but Malcolm, that's kind of annoying. I hate it when they have Malcolm. They always have Malcolm when my hand's like at its worst for being able to kill a creature. They just hit me with Malcolm like 3 times. Still didn't hit the land drop. This is what the Simian Spirit Guide is doing. Getting discarded to this Faithless Looting. I think there are very few cards that I would discard over just Anger Spirit Guide right here. These cards are very good. These ones are very bad. Moving on. That was a really good Faithless Looting. That was really, really good. Come on, can you just like go for the combo? You have 8 cards in hand. I really don't want to like cast Ormshant here, but I might if they go to combat. I might just kick Ormshant in their beginning of combat here. Yes. Uharis. Cast the Uharis. Come on, you know you want to. Ah, fuck. I guess I could blast this, huh, if I really wanted to. They have 8 cards in hand. Maybe we just kick Ormshant first? Should have like a counter spell. If I kick Ormshant into blast, then I can't make a guy. If they counter though, then I just get to blast, and if they don't counter, then we can activate Saga. Could hard cast Solitude. This seems insane. I don't hate Chant here because if they don't actually respond to it, then we actually kind of trade card advantage, right? Because they have 8 cards in hand. So this Ormshant does kind of trade with a card, unless they drew the line drop and they just haven't played it yet. Casting the Phoenix here makes sense because otherwise my Saga is going to tick up. And they just don't have the mana to go for. Oh, that's really good. That's a really good pickup. I think I'm allowed to make a guy here. Because I have like blockers too, so if they want to get. I guess I don't have blockers. Well, the Detective Phoenix is just going to be in play. Or I exile it to like a Ghost Vacuum. I wish I could Flame Slash this Malcolm right now. I think I'm supposed to make a guy. We can also like pressure their life total pretty hard here with like haste creatures. Low-key, I almost just want to get Retrofitter Foundry. It's like pretty tempting here. Like, the Detective Phoenix is already in play. If they chump block, we still have like if they let Flame Slash resolve and then chump block with the Detective's Phoenix, we still have like Reb Solitude to beat Uharis Detective's Phoenix again. Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna get Retrofitter Foundry. If they counter my Flame Slash, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. This is a similar situation to last game, the one that I lost because I attacked too much. Like, if I attack both, I don't have enough mana to Red Blast and make a blocker, and it's like, well, I guess Solitude's free, but I only have the ability to Red Blast or make a blocker. I could leave a blocker back specifically to play around. Land drop Uharis, Reckless, Charge, Counterspell for Red Blast. Then we can chump block it. But if they're just gonna like block here, I think I'm just gonna attack like that. Interesting. We're gonna double block? Just trade with this construct? It's kind of fine with me. I think we're in a pretty good spot here. So this is just going to be immediate cast Detective's Phoenix on it. Which means we want to Reb it first, I guess? Otherwise the Phoenix comes back. I guess we could just like let them go for the full thing or something. But I think they're just gonna Phoenix it, right? That would just be good enough, and then we could Solitude and make a guy. And the Phoenix is still in play. I think I'd rather the Phoenix not be in play. We still have Solitude for the commander. Yeah, it's like they have so many cards in hand. It's really hard to know how much you're supposed to be holding up to prevent yourself from dying. Like, am I even supposed to Solitude this? It's gonna kill my construct if I don't. If I knew I was drawing a white card, it'd be nice to just let my construct die and untap Day of Judgment it. But I don't know if I'm drawing a white card. And then we'd easily die to 5th land, Uharis Phoenix. But if I Solitude it now, then we're still, like, in up shit creek here. This is also, like, when they're tapped out, right? This is the most likely we'll be able to resolve a removal spell. I guess no, I'm just casting Day of Judgment next turn, I think. Maybe not. I'm really not confident in any of my lines here. Day of Judgment, they rip land, they 12 me, I go to 4. Which is not good, but it's not dead. And then we can Solitude the Uharis after that, and the Solitude has haste. Solitude has haste. Does that mean I want to just... No, I don't want to Solitude this right now, because I have the Retrofitter to activate. I don't want to attack with the Retrofitter, because then I'm dead to land Reckless Charge. Oh no, I'd go to 1. Land Reckless Charge. Tap land, deal. Now I have a flying blocker, potentially, which is big. That doesn't beat Detective's Phoenix. Does that mean I play this as a land? 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I do want to play this as a land. Doesn't be Detectives Phoenix, and it lets me hold up Solitude and activate Retrofitter again. Although I'm probably upgrading... I guess I'm not upgrading Servo if they don't go for it. I'll just make another Servo. 5. Oh, it does let me... I can activate Quarry Mountain Monastery and Retrofitter. Yeah, playing this was correct. This is still game 1, right? I hate... Control matchups are so hard, man. Especially 2099 specifically, where you're just, like, trying to not die every turn. If it was just, like, playing as, like, Tivit or whatever, and I'm not, like, under threat of instantly dying if I make a slight misstep. So much comfier. When the terms of engagement are, like, much more clear in the control matchup, it makes it a lot easier to navigate. Land, sure. We are dead if they can find a way to, like, punch through all this, but it's not the most easy for them to punch through Retrofitter. Plus, like, multiple avenues of blocker. Wait, that one might be, like, lethaling them. Probably not. Maybe it actually is worth casting post-combat, because if they redirected to me, I redirected to them. Then they die. Loki might cast that one. See what we draw. I can, like, kill one. Oh, kill all my guys. Sure. I guess maybe we're not casting it anymore. They pitched the Wild Ride to the Pyrokinesis, notably. Ooh, the Ooze is huge. It might get countered, but I think we try it. Although, now we're in danger of dying to Detectives Phoenix now. Detectives Phoenix plus counterspell, but that's like 1 mana counterspell currently is the only way they can do that. They might have it, but we can also technically make a flying blocker, activate, untap, turn Servo into Thopter, but it's much more likely for them to have, like, a lightning bolt than a Stern Scolding for Solitude. I guess we could do both, right? We can pitch cast the Solitude and then also make a flying blocker. Launchy Tong. Annoying, but not the end of the world. I wonder if I'm supposed to activate Quarry Mountain Monastery or Retrofitter. We just going for it? Alright. And then they Phoenix, and then they counter my Solitude, but then we block the Uharis. We take, like, 7. I Solitude this in combat, because otherwise this thing gets to attack. This is almost certainly Counterspell. They already cast actual Counterspell. They might not have another, like, one that guarantee counters my Solitude. If it's just, like, mana leaks and loose focuses and stuff. Demon down. I think I have to Quarry Mountain Monastery here. Is this like a Quint turn? Versus 2 mana up? I'm at 13. They just like have a lot of scary things in play. Uharis costs 6, but is like a free shock at this point. They're down a lot of their haste enablers. I just need to take game actions. I'm gonna run out of clock before this match ends if I don't make plays. It's not even that good. Maybe if I draw a red card, it's good. I think this is a Quint attempt. Is Quint attempt even good? They're just gonna 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like wash away specifically. Maybe Quint attempt is actually okay. I can't kill this detect. I can't like attack 3/2s into the Detective's Phoenix though, because I just can't afford to put it back in the yard. Remand. Rough. Can I afford to just play it again, actually? Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll have a blocker, because we can loot away the shenanigans and rebuy it, and then kill the Wanchitong. Maybe I can't afford to just recast this. I didn't actually check if this worked, but it works, right? Yeah. Not attacking into the Detective's Phoenix. Yep. I mean, all right. Are you just clearing Quint, or do you have a lightning bolt? Yeah, just clearing Quint. Oh, I shouldn't have played my land or whatever, but that's fine. I mean, I guess if they just have like removal plus reckless charge, we just die. But I don't know. Could have like just activated retrofitter a few times instead. I mean, they didn't have the removal last turn; they would have just cast it, right? They also tapped their Quarry Mountain Monastery in a way that I think we're just gonna get killed. I guess they just drew that, and we're 1 mana off of untapping and making a thing. Jeez. Rough game one. Maybe I'm supposed to just activate Retrofitter a bunch that following turn and not try to dig for an answer to the board. Maybe just having the ability to make a bunch of blockers is safer for 1 turn, and then we try to hit something. That's not even that good. Alright, let's play fast. They're down on clock. Keep. Hand's got a lot of good cards. Removal, interaction for Uharis, Quint Enabler, they're 1-4. I feel like they're just going to concede very yep. They're just going to play a game 3, sure. I feel like it was in their best interest to just like mull to 0 and just F6 through all of my turns, so I have to like take game actions to kill them, but okay, I'll keep this one too. I don't like this hand as much as the last one, but I hate how like hard to cast, like how finicky Orm's Chant is in this matchup. Like I'm really bad at knowing when it's optimal to cast it. This doesn't feel like a Ravages game. White cards are welcome because they mean like it means that I can hold up the march for 1 mana and interact with the 2099. You count on that? Sure, it's whatever. Well, jig's up. He's gonna like go for it here. I have to like spend a lot of resources to stop it, and then they can just like recast New Horus. So it's kind of, I guess I'd be able to like Quint though if they just like slammed it. Okay, so in response to this, I chant no kicker. I just like let it happen, right? I wait until they wild ride it, and then I chant into March Pitch Day of Judgment, I guess. I think that's probably the best play. Just a 3 for 3, 2 for 3. Kind of 1 for 3. If 1 mana up, I just have to like slam Quint and hope it's not Stern Skull, or hope it's not Wash Away specifically. We have Spirit Guide to beat a Mana Tithe. I guess it's also annoying if it's a Phoenix, huh? It's nothing. Yeah, take 2. Oh, Reprieve's big. I don't know what the best spot here is. I don't want to really let this attack. Do I just march it right now for 1 mana? I think I do. Like Orms into Quint here? That seems so insane. I feel like I'm just gonna die if that happens, but like I mean it's so easy for them to like kill the 1 blocker and then kill me, right? If I had 1 more mana, I'd be really into it, but I'd like to navigate this in a way that I can Orms into Quint next turn. I don't know exactly what that entails. I think it involves might even involve actually March. No, I think I'm gonna. I'll just let it happen, huh? And now I think I chant into Quint. If they counter the chant, I think I just reprieve my chant. Force Spike. Oh, that's fine. I'll pay for it and then play Quint. Flame of Venor, draw 2. Yeah, it's fine. Maybe not fine, but do they have very specifically Phoenix? That would be really fucking annoying. Okay, that's also annoying, but more fine at least. have like Bolt to go with it. Or like, no, with this Shroud, so they can't Wild Ride or Phoenix it anymore. The Foundry, I think, is going to be pretty good here. Am I... Wow, there's doming me. Oh, dear. Am I supposed to loot? I guess I just can always plus Quint first. Get more cards in hand. I think I just want as many blockers as possible, which means... Does it mean Foundry? I haven't done the math on like, does Foundry actually like make more guys? 1/2 plus 1/2 3. It doesn't actually. So yeah, we're supposed to cast Faithless Looting here. Mag is actually kind of crazy. Discard Fellwar Stone. I guess Magus isn't that crazy because they probably have a lot of red removal spells. But they, I mean, they didn't have it that turn, or they could have just killed Quintorius outright, or like maybe killed me. This thing has double strike, 5 toughness, so I need like 4 3/2s to kill it in combat, which is not happening. I'll just chump block it with a 1/1 if my opponent lets me. Ouch. Flashback Flame of Winor, deal me another 4. I have no mana up, so I can't Scrabbling Closet. This isn't a wizard, right? It's just like a draw 2, or shatter my Scrabbling Claws potentially. Or shatter the Retrofitter, sure. Alright, killing my guys is a really good sign. I can Seam Rip the Clout, but honestly, without another removal spell, I really don't want to. I'm just gonna cast Magus. It's probably dying, but maybe it doesn't. And it gives me infinite... Infinite Saga Machine. Like, they only have 3 cards left in hand. I guess maybe it also gets countered, I don't know. We're still up like a minute and a half on clock, though, so... Double replicated lose focus. I think I just pay 4 for this. we just have blockers. Spirit Token, Scrabbling Claws just blocks forever. Annoying, but is what it is. I don't even want to think about what this gamble's supposed to do. I don't even have enough white mana to do all this shit. What the fuck is this gamble even supposed to get? At this stage of the game. I guess probably just supposed to gamble for another Quint activator. Because I just don't think I want to kill this Uharis at all. It has Shroud. I'm at 12 life. It's really hard for them to kill me with it. Gamble for Squee? Maybe. Is this Fury? Oliphant. Well. I think I'm going to gamble for shenanigans now. Yeah, we did it. Holy. Alright, I really need to peep before the last round, but yeah, that was a game. Yeah, the Clout versus a bunch of chump blockers is actually not nearly as scary, because it's like, okay, now they can't Detectives Phoenix it. They can't, like, do anything. Like, it's just... That wasn't game 2. They conceded game 2. We're over. That's the match. I'm gonna go pee now. They conceded game 2 after they mulled to 4 and just instantly snap conceded. It was very convenient. Because they were like down a minute on the clock. Anyway, I'll be right back before the last match. Alright, we're back. Alright, feeling pretty good. Rally back against Spider-Man. They mulled to 4 and died, whatever. But our game 2 end is also pretty solid. Being on the play, Mana Rock, Spider-Man removal spell, some third card that I don't remember, a bunch of lands. It's also possible I flubbed game 1 again. The Spider-Man matchups are so tough. It's just I find I think I've gotten a lot of the terms of like the terms of engagement down when it comes to control matchups, like control mirrors with Quintorius, where you kind of know how the end states are progressing and like what exactly your job is as the Quintorius player. But against Spider-Man, it's so much harder because it's not just a control match, it's a control match where they just kill you randomly and you have to balance like I can't just be like, okay, whatever, make a token at the end step every turn, hit them, like chip them down that way. Gain as much incremental value as I can out of my artifacts and my loot effects and my lands and stuff like that. It is also, but also don't randomly get fucking killed, which makes it way harder to navigate than like Tivit or Ang or Airtie or Atraxa or whatever. The terms of engagement are much more laid out, much more clear and singular. All right, last match of the night. Feeling pretty good. 3-1. I think that game 1 against the first Spider-Man opponent was like very, very winnable, and I just like fucked up. The second game 1 against the other Spider-Man opponent was a lot tougher to correctly navigate in terms of like I don't think it was a few minor errors. I think like we were a little behind at the end game state there. Oh, all right, we get 2 unbanned commanders tonight. That's fun. Solitude really good. The rest of the hand complete ass. I think we'll just mulligan. All right, this hand just got some sauce. Land. City Trader's good. I mean, we could like turn 2 Quint. How do we feel about that one, huh? How do we feel if we just went City of Traders, Talisman, Command Tower, Quintorius? There are some matchups where I think that's like legit, just like really fucked up and impossible for them to beat. I don't know if Winota is that matchup. On the play, especially too, I might be more interested in that. Probably bottom is Malfunction. Those Malfunction kind of sucks. We can decide based on what my opponent does turn 1. Maybe it's like Esper Sentinel or whatever. Probably not. Just like slamming non-creature spell with no mana into non-creature spell with no mana. There's a world where I want to be gambling for a Wrath of God in this matchup at some point. This might be a like turn 2 Talisman Agathos. Like turn 1 command or turn 1 tap land, turn 2 City of Traders, Talisman Agathos. Turn 3 Quint with Agathos up. Might also just be like turn 2 Talisman Gamble for like a Wrath, depending on the cards that my opponent plays here. Okay, I don't really give a shit about that one. I really don't give a shit about that one. It's also a human, so I don't super care about killing it. Because it doesn't trigger their Winota. So if I do this, I will have 5 mana the following turn, so I could Quint Portable Hole if they play like a 2-drop non-human. I think I do want to do this. Can't activate abilities. Too interesting. Good to know. I might just portable hole next turn anyway if like they don't present a better target. It is Winota Gaming indeed. Bowmat Courier, alright. And another scary thing? Nope. Another scary thing? Oh, that's not scary at all. 2 humans? Fucking deal. We just get to... Yeah, we just get to Quint into Portable Hold the only non-human and activate Agatha's for a blocker. That seems really great. It's it's between gamble and looting, I think. I feel like I want to hang on to this gamble, but like the longer the game goes on, the worse the gamble gets. But also, I guess the gamble will eventually just be a tutor for Flage potentially, which also probably fucking kills them. Probably just discard the looting. Would have really liked that Disruptor Flute, but sure. Grand Abolisher and Tidetaker are nice pre-Winota cards that don't trigger Winota. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you definitely need like a balance of these sort of effects. These cards are good in your Winota deck, but they're also not good when you want to just like cast Winota on turn 4. Oh, uh-oh. This might be a gamble for Wrath of God angle, huh? I guess it's worth blocking because block the Grand Abolisher. They either let it trade and then sack the Tidetaker to kill Quint, or they just sack the Grand Abolisher to kill Quint, and then Might Spirit's just fine. I think they are also deciding. I guess sacking the Tidetaker is probably pretty good for them, right? Because it puts a second. The Tidetaker's not very good, and it puts a second non-human into play for their Winota. Yeah. All right, yeah, that's a pretty good draw, huh? I'll take it, I guess. If you twist my arm like that, deck. Hard to complain. I'm allowed to activate this, right? Everything else is dead. Yeah, both of the things that are good against Parallax Wave are dead now. Why do I even want to kill these things? I guess maybe I just exile the Bombardiers and leave the Spirit token for a little bit. Because, like, if they play, like, any big thing, I'm probably having to activate the Parallax Wave anyway. Alright, they're rebuilding. This gamble's only got, like, 75% odds to hit me, like, a Wrath or whatever that I need to really stabilize this game. I mean, maybe I just get Flage, huh? We're getting to that point of the game. Honestly, like, gamble for Flage kinda nice here. Maybe even put the Flage under the Parallax Wave. Although Flage doesn't kill Winota. Definitely gambling. Because I have 3 fucking lands in my hand. 75% chance to cast Demonic Tutor. If I get Flage and discard Flage, I have Fetch, Surveil for 3rd, 4th card. I'm 1 card off. I could just get Wrath of God. What happens if I get Wrath of God and then miss? I don't know how bad that is for me. It's like kind of bad, but I still have like 1 more turn of life, I think. It's also really fucked up if I hit, huh? It's just that easy. I do have to be a little bit worried about this Parallax Wave situation. Should probably be eating some of these graveyard creatures. They gotta have like pre-reformal Warrior or something, right? One, two, three, four. Winota time. Yep. I'm gonna loot away the other land here, so I might as well play the one that doesn't deal me damage. Strong cards. Strong cards to draw. I still don't have a satisfying answer to this Broadside Bombardier, but I'll have enough other guys in play. Okay, yeah, they just give up. Deal. It got a little scary there for a second. That Broadside Bombardier was really good, and then they got wrathed twice, but it is what it is. Yeah, it seems great. Wrath, Winota answer, early creature answer. This Enlighter is not very good, but like if I really need to hit land 3, maybe. If they play like a Mom effect, I'd probably just oust it. That one I can leave alone for a little bit if I really want to. If we need to hit land drops, these cards are all really good. Yeah, I think I'd rather Surveil. We really want to hit land 3. Always oust this thing later. It's not a Mother Friends. It's not going to like be online next turn. I don't have to fetch in response to this, but I'm going to do it anyway out of sheer fear that I'm blind and somehow can't find the word land on this card. But it would be insane if this card said land, because then you couldn't tap your lands for mana. Ooh. Oh, they just let that one happen? Alright. There's like E-tutor for my 4th land drop. Mana efficiency, probably. I don't think E-tutor is getting better. I guess E-tutor for Parallax Wave is also really good, but E-tutor for 4th land is really nice. Oh, never mind. We have Plow and Solitude. I mean, I guess that's what my Enlightened Tutor is doing, is cast his removal spelling all of their creatures here, which is unfortunate, but is what it is. Oh no, I did this. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Could even just leaving this alone is kind of risky. I guess I could leave it alone this turn. I don't need to Solitude this right now, actually. No, I used my white man already. I could have just like played the Fable, just held the Solitude. Oh well, nevertheless. Like, if I was just sitting here with 3 mountains and I have Solitude in my hand here, I don't necessarily need to answer the Magus. I probably am going to answer next turn to, like, cast Quint anyway, but... I guess I wouldn't necessarily. The Shaman does make white mana. Oh yeah, they had a Grand Abolisher in there. What do? Do I give him 1 Winota trigger? How bad could it be? That's probably a terrible line of reasoning, huh? How bad could 1 Winota trigger be? Like, but like, how bad could it be actually though? Like, what could they hit like exactly Elite Spellbinder? And Spellbinder's only plus 2 mana, so I could just still cast the Day Judgment next turn anyway. Like, what's the worst card that they could hit? I think I'm looting none of this. It's still a little risky because I might not hit another. Never mind, we're completely fine. In before dead. I don't think the Wrath is right there. Because then what happens if they just untap and they cast another non-creature? I'm just like in the same spot, right? Or not non-creature, non-human. Yeah, I don't think they like one singular. I don't think one singular trigger is gonna murder me. Even if they hit like the insane 7-drop red human that like doubles damage or whatever, which would be kind of wild for them to run in the deck, but also I think what's likely going to happen is they're going to like Fiend Hunter my Goblin Shaman, and then they're going to get Day of Judgmented, or yeah, that. Yeah, I guess I chump block, huh? Oh no, my flipped Fable! That's the ball game, probably. Oh, Winota again. Okay, don't care. Kill that shit. Wait. Oh, I do have a mountain. Never mind, we're good. Everything's fine. Go get him, buddy! Yeah, hasty spirit. Fucking get their ass! Uh-oh. Alright. Kind of forgot about that. This could be bad. Honestly, probably not the worst, but still could have been better, huh? Does that activated ability, could I have just like stopped it with the ooze, or does it exile itself as part of the cost? It does, yeah, that makes more sense. But I probably wouldn't have attacked. Oh well. Kind of completely forgot about that. Seasoned Pyromancer in there. Let's see what their lottery gets them. Whiff, 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 whiff. Nice. Whiff, 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 whiff. Oh, this is just dealing 5 damage to Quintorius? Okay. Yeah, sure. You got it, boss. Not even killing it? Incredible news for me. Oh, fuck yeah. Get this fucking squee out of here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Give me that. Not attack like an idiot this time. 3 mana worth of stuff that I probably want to hold up means that I don't really think I want... Well, having something that can block a first striker, 3 power first striker would be kind of nice. I don't think I need Untimely Malfunction and Redirect Lightning. Although, if they're attacking with lightning, it's suicidal because it just flips my Johnny. Well, it has trample. Yeah. They have like Crystal Vein here, Recast Winota. It's like kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. Kind of wish I had 2 redirects up, but I guess they get to kill my Quintorius. Let's redirect to their lightning. Do I actually want to redirect to their elemental token? Because the other creatures are coming back this turn. Or next turn. And this would kill a token permanently versus killing the lightning for a little bit. I just don't really care if the lightning comes back later, you know? It does kind of deal me a lot of damage. Maybe, I think. Deals me like 2. Yeah, I'll just change the lightning. And they can wrath my board and then kill Quintorius, I guess. But then I just replay Quintorius. And then I get my Ajani back. And everything's fine. Just thinking about not exiling the Ajani. I mean, then you don't kill Quintorius, then you're super fucked. Activate, activate, activate. Shit. Still dead. We take those. Alright, yeah, we got to bully a bunch of unbanned decks. That was fun. That kind of played out how I expected a matchup against Winota to play out. It's like a little bit scary. It's a very, like... yeah, it's a little bit scary, high rolly card, but I think the quality of removal spells are in the format enough that like it's not that threatening, and it's really hard for the deck to rebuild from like wrath effects. In casting like resolving your 4-mana commander and then getting it killed and then resolving it like a second time. It's just really rough. Our opponent got like 2 triggers off their Winota, and then they got some like 3/2s, and then they lost, so yeah, I think Quintorius is definitely the superior 4-mana Boros commander, but I don't know. I think this deck's still really good. 4-1 tonight. We'll probably switch it up. We'll maybe play some Cloud next week. I have been kind of ignoring Cloud and just, excited to play with a new toy, but I think Cloud's still a very, very good deck as a really good 2099 matchup, which I think is a really powerful reason to play the deck. So maybe we'll, go back to Cloud, tweak it a little bit some more. We'll bounce around between Quintorius and Cloud for the next month or so, and then see what Legacy looks like in July. But it's gonna be it for tonight, I think. Don't really know which cards stood out. We're trying the Geddon stuff. I truly think that the Geddons are maybe good in paper, but there just is Lumra does not exist online, and you're not supposed to play these Geddons. So maybe we're just supposed to like tech the deck a little bit more aggressively for 2099, since that's just kind of like the online boogeyman especially, but also the offline boogeyman. I got sent a paper result that was like a 96 player event or something. The top 4 was just all 2099. Maybe we'll shave these 2. The Fable didn't do a lot today, but got cast once or whatever. And then the Seabrip was one of the other cards that got added into the deck finally, but also, sorcery speed removal spell. Kinda mediocre versus 2099. How much am I supposed to be worried about other decks? Who knows? But I think something like this configuration is really powerful. Been enjoying it. Let's go raid somebody. What we got streaming in the Magic the Gathering channel? Oh, there's me. Amulet perverts. Let's go raid Nerd Dad Chad, who has an insane looking stream title. Oh no, that's a player name. I thought it was Dak Vaden. I thought it was Dak Faden Boros Energy Zoo hybrid, but it is just I think a MTGO user named Dak Fadan, and it is a Boros Energy Zoo hybrid, which makes a lot more sense than putting Dak Faden in that deck, unfortunately, because that would have been a lot more based. But is what it is. Let's go raid them. Respect to the other MTGO streamers out there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time. As always, I'll be back same time next week, 6 p.m. Pacific time, playing some more Duel Commander. Hope to see you then.